Start with your reflections on that victory. How did you view the game as a whole?
First and foremost, I have to say I like to give big credit to my players. Defensively, top, very good, very organized, very stable. We kept them as far away from our goal as we could. They had very rarely chances. Obviously, offensively, we've played better, no doubt. Was the most entertaining game in the world? No, I would say not. But how they defended today was just great, especially after we really have spoken and had clear conversations that obviously in football I think the most reliable stats are goals, goals conceding, goals scored, and points obviously as well. And everybody can see if you look on our goal scoring record what dramatically has to improve, and this is goals conceding. And we've spoken about this, we've shown videos, we worked on it, that we said clear, come on, maybe we have to be a little bit less entertaining but more solid, because this has to dramatically improve. And then to get a clean sheet in the first game is just great. We have work to do. Everybody was able to see this, but to have back-to-back wins after the bad time where we came from is just great.
Yeah, you spoke after Cardiff about it being important that you built upon that. Did you feel this was, obviously in terms of result, you built on that with another win, I think first back-to-back win since August, but in terms of that defensive solidity that you spoke about, you must be really pleased with how you built on that win at Cardiff. Very different wins.
Yeah, for 100%. And I said this after the Cardiff, as much as we all together were relieved and happy about the Cardiff win, but we said clearly we can't always score 2 or 3 goals to win. We have to find a way to be more solid, to be less easy to get break down. Because on the other hand, if we speak about stats, everybody knows we can score goals, and this is what we've shown today again. And this is why a 1-0 win at the minute is maybe for me the best win to have, because it shows, okay, we still can score and we start to get more solid defensively. And this is what we said, this dramatically have to improve. Everybody was able to see this, and we working on to fix it, and today it was the first step.
And just to ask you about the goal as well, it came from your only shot on target in the game. Wagner, the goal scorer, he's had a very difficult, I guess, international break in many respects, although he did score for South Korea. You must be really pleased with the steps that he's taken in terms of his progress at this club and how he's adapting to what you want to do, because he's adding goals now to his work.
Yeah, that he is a very good footballer in terms of technique, in terms of his work ethic, in terms of his game understanding. You make more than 50 appearances for South Korea for a reason. I think everybody has known it. I think now he's settled in quite well, gets a better understanding. It was a difficult international break for some reasons, but international break for him or for Nacho, for example, are always difficult, because the time changes, the flights, which they have, the climatic changes as well. This is why he had to go off, because he was quite tired then after 70 minutes, I think. But we are happy that he scored today, as we are very happy that Barnsley was today back on the grass. He played more than I thought, to be fair, but he's such an important player for us, especially for the defensive part. He's so football intelligent, how to defend. He's important for defensive set pieces, very vocal. He understands the game, and obviously he has a fighting attitude, which is best to nowhere, and this is why he was so important today.
You spoke earlier about the defensive improvement. Does part of that lean into experience? You named a team today, I think, with an average age of 29.8, which I think is the highest of any team in the Championship's named so far this season. Does those two go together? Do you feel, in terms of, did that experience help you with your defensive efforts?
No, I don't think so. I think this is just a fluke that this was the case today. Maybe a little bit as well, because the players who were available, we still have a lot of players who are not available at the minute. But obviously the guys have done their job. I think we blamed our experienced players in the past for the one other situation, for the one other mistake which you think your experienced guys should not do. They took it on the shin, they hold their hands up, but today they have shown you can rely on them, and I'm very happy for the whole team, but especially for them as well.
Just a few more from me, but you spoke about the importance of the Cardiff win in terms of confidence. You must feel that again today. That must be another building on confidence, but in a sense, like you say, defensively in particular, the numbers around that haven't been necessarily great. It's proof that they can do that area of the game.
Yeah, and they've seen they have to. There is no other way in the championship. You have to be more solid, more difficult to break down if you have some talented players offensively, what we have, and this is something we have to continue to work on strongly, because this is I think the way to climb the table. Nothing else. Offensively, I think we can score, we can create opportunities, but this is what we have to improve, and this is what we've done today.
I guess the question most people will be asking now is, do you feel you've turned a corner now? It's such a bad run of form. You've had 2 victories. You've already said there's lots of improvement there. Do you feel you've done enough to show that you can change the way that the season has kind of panned out in the last 2 months or so?
Yeah, I think, of course, you've seen we changed the bad period now with back-to-back wins, which is great. Obviously, you never can really sit back in the championship, because the next game is just around the corner, which is a very good opponent as well, like QPR were today. I said this beforehand, and the one who judge them on the table and underestimate them will make the first mistake. Luckily, the boys have not done this. They really worked hard and fought, but we know we have to back this up. We have to continue. We have to work hard. We have to improve. We have to make further steps, but obviously with 2 back-to-back wins, it looks obviously much more better than it looked a few weeks ago. And we altogether know as well, at the very beginning of the season, it looked as well totally, completely different. And we know the only one who can continue and change is us. And this is what the players have done, and this is why I'm so happy for them. And for sure for our supporters as well, because everybody likes and loves football more when he wins.
And just final one, John Rowe obviously didn't make the game. Where is he in terms of Tuesday, and Shemiswell Platter as well? Was there a slight fitness concern there?
Yeah, Shemi had something is fallen on his toes, and this meant he was not able to make the matchday squad. We will have to see how he looks for Tuesday. Johnny Rowe still has his problems with his heels. This is something which is very difficult to predict, because you can't do anything apart from offload him, and it will heal. Will it take 2 days, 20 days? Nobody knows. You can't do anything, no injection or whatever. You only can offload him. And obviously he made a test yesterday, but he was not able to make it. We have to look from day to day when it's good enough that he can be back in the race.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
David, you had a great view of the goal there from the dugout, from where you were. Just talk us through what a piece of skill that was, and also let us know how often you've seen that so far in training, and that Norwich fans hopefully can expect to see more of that.
In general, it was an idea. We said that the areas where we think they are vulnerable are in behind and in the wide areas. Centrally, they are very well organized, very good structured, and if you play in their strength, then they can cause you some big problems in the transition. And obviously, this was an idea to play in the wider areas or in behind. And Uju made a great run. Jack Stacey made a run in this situation as well. So if he would not take it, maybe Jack Stacey was able to take it. He had a great first touch, and then he was very calm on the ball. And I think he settled in very good now. Uju is a fantastic player. Everybody knows this. You make a reason. You make 50 games for South Korea for a reason, or more than 50. And great that he scored today again.
And it's been a difficult week for him. Good for him that he's finished on a really positive note.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, privately it was not super easy for him, but the only thing what we can do is we can support him. we can give him a game time, that he has his head here with us and with football. I think this is the thing what we can do. Anything else, we have to see how this continues, but he is in good hands with the lawyers who support him, and this is something which is important.
Was it a difficult decision to pick him as a result of these allegations? I know that.
Yeah, but not
a long way away.
not because of the situation which he has privately, more because Adam Idah played quite well and scored for Ireland and against Cardiff as well. So I was clear that I wanted to have Barnsley back on the pitch, and then it was more the decision. Okay, who is the guy I like to pick today? Uju scored for South Korea. Adam scored for Ireland as well. Adam scored in Cardiff. Adam has shown great skills when he comes on as a sub. I think he is the most goal scorer, or the highest goal scorer for a sub in the championship at the minute. And this was more or less the reason why we then picked Uju. And obviously we really thought that the game understanding from him and Barnsley together will be a good one.
Really